Hi, I'm Damari Gurry. You're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. This video is brought to you by Starboys. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sports City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sports City right now. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Is everybody doing okay? Well, I certainly hope that you are doing okay. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to regular thing in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. If you guys haven't already, I encourage you to hit the like button, and after hitting the like button, to hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary as well. Okay, guys? So, not too long ago, I did a video and it's entitled We Need All. The link is in the description below, where I spoke about this video in particular. As you can see, it was roughly a month ago where I did that video. I know the video is 1 hour and 20 minutes, and you may not have the time consecutively to watch that in it. So that's what I would say. If you have the time, please do unwatch part one because this is very important, very, very important leading into part two of what we're going to discuss today. Now, I just want to recap the points that I made mention about in part one. And in part one, I spoke about the key elements needed for the success that is to come in 2024 and beyond. So, all hands on deck. What simply does that mean? Quite simply, everybody singing from the same hymn sheet, everybody working together for that common goal, purpose, that main purpose. And we know exactly what that is, getting to 2026. Cattle Williams says, big up, Simon, big up, hope you are doing well. So, with that being said now, folks, I spoke about the 12th man, how important that is. Staff, players, corporate Jamaica, all having an important role to play in this process. And what I'm going to stress on in part two is something slightly from a different dimension. And I want us to think about this quite deeply. Now, developing that culture of support, of tenacity, is something that needs to grow immediately, as in right now. Let me give you an insight as to what 2024 means for Jamaica. It has been described that 2023 has been the busiest year of Jamaican football. And you can say that because a lot of the national teams took the field. Under 17 women, under 17 men, U20 women, senior men, senior women. Tremendous strides. Now 2024, we'll see the under 20 boys, the senior men taking the field as well, the senior girls as well, as 2024 is the last year in terms of dress rehearsals for the World Cup qualifiers for women, which will be in 2025. Now, with all of that being said though, 2024 will be another busy year. Potentially speaking, when we're talking about the senior reggae boys in particular, we're talking about Jamaica potentially playing 16 competitive matches in 2024. That's right, 16 competitive matches in the calendar year of 2024. Now, let me explain. In March, there's going to be two matches, a semi-final and a final of the CONCACAF Nations League. In June, there's going to be two World Cup qualifiers. That brings our tally up to 4. You have the Copa America, 3 matches in the group stage, so that carries your tally up to 7. You have a quarterfinals, you have a semi-final, and you have a final, and that carries your tally up to 10 games. After that, you have the September, October, and November window, which will mean 2 matches in each of the windows. So 6 plus 10 equals 16. 16 competitive matches for Jamaica in 2024. Can you believe that? Do you know how much matches Jamaica played in the calendar year of 2023? Well, let's count it out together. 2 matches against Trinidad and Tobago, a CONCACAF Nations League game against Mexico, friendlies against Qatar and Jordan, United States, Trinidad, St. Kitts, Guatemala, Mexico at the Gold Cup, Nations League against Honduras, Haiti, Grenada. But yeah, Guatemala, USA, well, Canada twice. So when you put that into context, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Jamaica played 17 matches. Jamaica played 17 matches in the calendar year of 2023. 17 matches, 17 matches. 17 matches, just let that sink in. Taking on the likes of Mexico, the United States, Canada, Haiti, Honduras, Guatemala, Trinidad and Tobago 3 times. Qatar, Jordan, Caribbean teams, Grenada, Haiti as well. So that's what the calendar year has been like. And now, going into 2024, we're looking at 16 games. And this is where the intensity of importance speaks volume of what is to come. We're 2 wins away from a trophy. We begin World Cup qualifiers in June. And we're participating in one of the biggest international sporting competitions on the planet. On the planet. Sherman Scott, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Think about that for a moment. Process that for a moment. We need all hands on deck. For the past couple of days, there's been some comments all over social media in relation to the venue of Jamaica's matches in the Copa America. Now we know Jamaica will open the campaign in Houston against Mexico. Then we head over to Las Vegas to take on Ecuador, and then return to Texas but head to Austin to take on Venezuela. No East Coast. The most frequent comment. You know what that was? The most frequent comment, you know what it was? No East Coast games for Jamaica? That was the most frequent comment. First of all, let me explain that CONMEBOL, the governing body of football in South America, doesn't say, oh, well, most Jamaicans live in New York and Florida. Let's give them games in Florida and New York. They're not thinking that way. Cities, venues are preset prior to the tournament. So that thought process is not there. Shaquille Turner, go into the description and you'll see the link for part 1. Go into the description and press the link for part 1. Carol Williams, again, I will repeat the point. CONMEBOL, who is the organizer of this tournament, is not going and saying, oh, Jamaicans live East Coast USA, let's give them a game. Not at all. Not at all. That is not the thought process of CONMEBOL. Far from it, in fact. So just bear that in mind. Okay? The second element is this, folks. To my fellow Jamaicans that reside in the United States, you know that you live in one of the most developed countries in the entire planet. You live in the 3rd biggest country in the world in terms of size and also population as well. Think about it. India and China in terms of population, in terms of size, Russia and Canada are only the countries bigger than the United States. Think about the convenience that you have versus somebody that is currently on the island. My fellow Jamaicans that are in the United States, you can hop on a plane today. Today, you can go to the airport today and find a non-stop flight to Houston, to Austin, to Vegas today. Today, you can march into your airport, whether you're going to JFK, Hollywood, Miami, Atlanta, wherever you are on the East Coast. I promise you, you will find a non-stop flight to Houston, to Austin, to Vegas. I promise you that. So those in the comments that say, man, no East Coast games until the semifinals, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Well, guess what? Football is more than just on the pitches. Well, you have to think about this. You're creating memories by doing this. And you're going to say, man, I remember when I went with my brother and them, or my girlfriend them, and we're going to go and watch Jamaica in Las Vegas. And we when we landed in the airport, there was machines everywhere. We could come out of the airport, we go straight to the stadium, and we see Ethan Pinnock scoring from half line against Ecuador. You know, those are the things that stay with you for life. Those are the things that will stay with you forever. Forever. Now, everybody knows. We all know, even myself that lives on the island, I know Florida, New York, Georgia, the three biggest states with Jamaican communities. I know. And we don't even touch Maryland yet. I know. We don't touch New Jersey. I know. We don't touch Connecticut. We don't touch Boston. I know. I know. But folks, in the United States, again, I'm going to have to repeat it so that everybody understands. You see, traveling domestically in the United States, you're bound to find fares, you're bound to find deals that will be attractive. And think about it. Yeah, you have work. Cool, cool. Let's say you put in half day or it's a weekend match for Jamaica. Like Jamaica does have a weekend match to start the tournament. So you say, okay, Jamaica plays on a Sunday. You travel Sunday morning from JFK or from Florida to Houston. You land Sunday morning. As you quint, it's 12 o'clock. You freshen up yourself. You go to the stadium. You take the red eye, 5 a.m. flight from Houston to Florida or to New York. And you can be able to catch work by 9:30, 10. You see what I'm saying in all of this? Do you understand the point that I'm making? Do you understand the point I'm making? The next 3 years, it's going to be the busiest time frame of our life. The next 3 years is going to be the busiest time frame of our life. And we need every single one of you to be part of this journey. You heard what Coach Helgrimson said. Jamaicans living all across the United States. I know Jamaicans in Iowa. I know Jamaicans in California. I know Jamaicans in Texas. I know Jamaicans that live in Maryland, Virginia, DC. And let me tell you something. Look at the culture. Look at the culture and the unity that has been created for other countries' diasporas. Mexico. The Mexican fans, some of them have never even stepped a foot in Mexico. Their parents came to America, worked hard. They settled in LA, Houston, Austin. But you see, that's that tradition of support. You see that tradition of support. Look at the Guatemala game in the Gold Cup. 98% of the tickets were bought out by Guatemalans. You wouldn't say that Ohio has a strong Guatemalan community, but they drove 12 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours from New York, New Jersey. Why? Love. Love. Love of country, love of football. We can develop that same magnitude as well. And I don't see why not. Whether you rent a vehicle or you hop on a plane, JetBlue, Southwest, Spirit, American Airlines, all of these agencies all of them have great deals. And Jermaine Miller, I'm not sure if you watched it from the start of this video, but I said traveling domestically in the United States itself, you find deals. Traveling out of the country, I can understand. But traveling within the United States, it's a completely different thing. You're not walking with 3, 4, 5 suitcases. You walk with your knapsack and your phone and your wallet, and you go to a game. And then after the game, you're heading back to New York, New Jersey, Florida, Atlanta. You know what some Guatemalan fans did before that Jamaican game? They sold their car just so that they could afford the ticket for the match itself. Now, these are sacrifices that people make just to ensure that they get to see their national team up close. Serious sacrifices, selling their car, skipping lunch at work for an entire month just to be able to save up for that ticket. Am I telling a man to sell his car? No. What am I saying? I'm speaking about the magnitude of the love that we have to develop as well. That is true. You can find deals from Fort Lauderdale or Miami heading to Houston for under $100. And that is a fact. You can find deals from New York also to Houston for a little over $100. And that is a fact. It's about knowing where to look. And there are numerous online places where you can be able to find the deals. You're not spending 7 days in that city. You're arriving the same day. You're paying for taxi. You're paying for your lunch or your dinner. You're going into the stadium in the morning. So that's how it is. If you love something, you'll find, and it will happen. Wicked Man Chris, big up. So that's one element. And there's a second element I'm going to touch on now. Now, I'm sure everybody would agree that sports and music go hand in hand. It's like without the other in some instances. Now, with football, music is an important role. Being able to have an artist or two do a song about the national team. Because we live in a society today where persons look up to that artist, look up to that dancehall artist, look up to that pop artist, look up to that R&B artist. If Barry Salmon does a tune about the reggae boys, you see what I'm saying? Music has an important role to play as well. And by having the musicians show their moral support or it adds that added value as well. So that's why it's incredibly important. Wicked Man Chris, you forgot one person, and his name is Matica. Jordan in prime with a problem still. Yeah, so there you go. So these are some added elements I want everybody to be mindful about. Okay? Because this is important. We have 44 matches to play, overs. We have 16 matches to play, minimum, in 2024. Are you guys ready? Because I repeat it again, this means everything. Everything. So if you guys haven't, you need to go and watch part 1. The link for part 1 is located in the description below. Okay? It's located in the description below. Part 1 is located in the description below. Okay, guys? Make sure, make sure, because this is an important one, so you can watch. How do people feel about that? Well, make sure, because this is big. Copa America tickets, Andrew? No. Nations League tickets? Yes. So, folks, meditate on this, meditate on part 1, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right? And don't forget as well to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. How does that make sense? Yeah. Well, that's something that you need to do. Morning to everybody that's tuned in. Tycoon, Kai, Myers. In the description, you'll see part 1. I encourage you to watch part 1. And after you watch part 1, you finish up with part 2 here. Make sense? I hope so, because this is important. Okay? Very important. So that's how I feel.
Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454.